Hey, what's up guys? This is Lightwing and I'm back with another video of a classic edition system. This time it's the Sony PlayStation Classic, and this is a system that got released in 1994, if I am correct. Yeah, 1994. I remember this coming out. So that is 24 years ago, if I remember rightly. So I've been anticipating this system for a while, and I'm just going to get straight into the unboxing. No messing about as usual from the Lightwing. So let's go. So as you can see from the packaging here, very retro looking box. Love this. Get this in the camera. Here we go. Yeah, very retro looking box, which I'm all for. Love the nostalgia things going on there at the moment with these mini classic consoles. I know on the back, as I show you here, there is this kind of this kind of like grid layout of games. I think you can see here, very retro style, very cool looking box. This looks well packaged, well designed box. I'm always oh wow, there's a little bit of damage here from the packaging, didn't see that, but yeah, this looks cool. Now I'm gonna I know there's been some negative press around this release of the classic, people pointing to things like poor emulation and you know, PAL games being included, not the NTSC games. But let's get into it. So from what I hear, the PlayStation Classic has like it's pretty good tech specs compared with the Nintendo Classic, and so the SNES Classic. So in terms of its actual internals, it's a pretty good, pretty well built system. So I'm just going to carefully get this packaging off here. It's going to be delicate with the box. I like to keep all my my consoles in good condition, including the packaging and everything as it came, you know. So I did buy this from Amazon for. I bought this in Amazon for £90 or around £90, I think. So close enough for $100, and it came today very quickly. It is the release of the PlayStation Classic today, so that's pretty good delivery. And let's go through the games actually, just before I open it up. Battle Arena Toshindenku, Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations, Persona, Ridge Race Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, Wild Arms. Yeah, there's definitely a mix of games there. Some of them not as obvious choices as others. I mean, there's definitely some glaring omissions in that lineup. Oh, but this packaging is pretty cool. Don't know if you can see that. There, yeah. This seems like a well-made box. It's certainly not very flimsy. Let's take it out. There you go. There we go, finally. Oh, and there's a nice, certainly a very cool looking box, snazzy, sort of minimalist design. here, just the PlayStation logo, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this box. That box is really just like a sleeve for this box, I guess. Right, let's go ahead and get this open. Personally have been looking forward to playing Twisted Metal. I haven't had a really proper chance to play that game, and probably Metal Gear Solid. I'm interested to play that game. 2 games I haven't really played. Oh, okay. So, straight away, there is the PlayStation Classic. Very simple design to the box. Let's get this out. Oh no, it's can I lift? Yeah, I should lift this bit up. That's it. There we go. And oh, it's nicely packaged. That's for sure. I like all the packaging here. It looks solid for sure. And there it is. Wow, it's certainly small. Fits in the size of your hand. That's for sure. If you can see that. Yeah. And oh, yeah. It's light. It's very light. It's very light. Wow. It's lighter than I expected, actually. So, and then let's get that out of the way. Let's see what else is in the box for a minute. How to undo this? Not sure. It's quite a well packed box. That's for sure. Ah. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. There's a little flap here. And this comes out, if I'm correct. Guessing there to be the controllers underneath. Yes, there they are, and the controllers. Yeah. Let's get a feel of these controllers. Oh, yeah, they feel good. And it's solid. They fit fairly well into your hand. The buttons feel good. I was never really a fan of this kind of D-pad, but always preferred the more Nintendo style one. But I think Nintendo hold the license for that. Shoulder buttons, yep, everything's good. It's pretty light. Let's check the cable length. Let's have a quick look at the cable length. Because this was an issue with the Nintendo Classic and the SNES Classic, where the cables weren't long enough. The SNES Classic was better, but the NES Classic was far too short. So, how long is this? I'm gonna guess this is around 5 foot. I'm guessing. On meters, maybe around 1.5 meters, maybe something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I actually rather like the controller. It's pretty good. And what other stuff? We got the cable here. We got the what is this? This is USB Type-C cable, and we've got the HDMI cable. I mean, there's not much about that. I mean, what's to say about that? And what else we got? We got a PlayStation Classic manual. I always like to see a manual included. And okay, so the other controller there, and let's get into the comparison. Right, so I have the other PlayStation, the original PlayStation here with me, from 1994. Let's get that in shot. There we go. This is the other PlayStation. You can see the size of it. Right. And then where did I put the classic? It's so small I lost it. There we go. Right, let's get to actually opening the system. The star of the show, of course. Oh, this is interesting. So, the classic has, it's got these functioning buttons. I think they do game operations like resetting the game and changing the menu options, or the menu interface, should I say. We've got USB ports here, and 2 USB ports in the front, HDMI at the back, and the Type-C. There's also this, but I don't think that does anything. Nope, that's nothing. It's just there for show, just like the original PlayStation. So, that's pretty much it. It feels pretty solidly built. As far as what's holding it together, there's some screws. Phillips head screws, I think. And these kind of soft pads, probably to avoid any kind of scratching on any surface. So yeah, here is the PlayStation Classic. Oh, just get it in focus there. There we go. And put it next to the original PlayStation. You can see the size difference. You can see that the PlayStation Classic actually fits onto the circular disc tray of the original one. Pretty much. But just it maybe spills over a little bit, yeah. Alright. It's cute. And there's the back comparison. Let me hold it. Oh, almost fell off. Oh, how times have changed. So yeah, a little bit about the PlayStation Classic. As far as I know, this PlayStation Classic, it runs on an open source emulator, which is a little weird, but I guess I've heard some not very good things about it. But yeah, it's an open source emulator. It has PAL games with it, which is probably not the best choice since PAL games run at 50 Hertz. But yeah, I'd prefer if they'd put the NTSC versions of the game. And as far as the tech specs go, I think it goes with a MediaTek 8167 quad-core ARM Cortex and 1 GB of memory for DDR3 RAM, and the storage goes with 16 GB of ECC flash memory, which is pretty 16 GB. I mean, I remember PlayStation games, 20 PlayStation games not being that big, to be honest, like even with 20 of them. So it's certainly quite a powerful console for what the specs are. I think it could have some untapped potential, to be honest. It looks like if the homebrew community can get to it, they could probably untap that potential with those specs. I think it's certainly got better specs than the SNES Classic. To be honest, I think that if there was one of the mini consoles out of all of them at the moment that has quite a bit of potential for homebrew, then yeah, this is it. So I also have the SNES Classic, and I'll show you it here compared to the size. It's not too different, pretty similar. I remember that the SNES Classic went with 4 times ARM Cortex A7 CPU with 256 megabyte of DDR3 RAM, so the storage was around 512 megabyte of flash memory. So as you can probably just gather from those specs, it is significantly quite less powerful than the PS Classic. So yeah, but let's give another. I can give another comparison. Let's have a look at the weight of the consoles together. Let's get a scale out. There we go. See what the PS Classic first weighs at: 165 grams. If you can see that, yep. And let's go with the the SNES Classic. Ooh, 201 grams. That is surprising, comparing since the PS Classic actually has significantly powerful hardware in it, and it coming lighter than the SNES Classic. That's pretty indicates a well engineered product for sure. But yeah, that's interesting to see. Interesting to see whether they can get more out of this little PS Classic, because it's got quite a it's quite good specs for what they've compared to, if you compare it to the SNES Classic. I think that's about it for the unboxing, and I'll check you out in the next video. So please give a like and comment if you like this video, and if you didn't, hit the dislike, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw today. And until next time, Lightwing out.